when I got into this room, it was just me and this guy one-on-one. He was accusing me of trying to enter their country on an invalid document, because from the moment you tear a passport, that document is invalid. So today's story is one that is a true story, first of all, real stuff that I experienced. So a lot of people, they would see, I guess, my life on Instagram and they say, wow, like your life looks so cool. You look like you have an awesome time traveling from this country to that country. Truth is, traveling is amazing. I really love it. Like, it's fun just to meet new people, to experience their cultures and try new foods. Unfortunately, it's not always as glamorous a picture as it may seem on social media. So Kelly, Amy and I, we had traveled to Timor-Leste and we spent 10 days there, and the plan was to go to Bali where we would have spent New Year's. When we arrived there, the airport was packed. It was busy. There was so many people. Now here's the thing, right? I had 2 passports. One is expired and one is the valid one that I was traveling on. So in the expired passport, I have my active US visa. Now the thing is, the government of Barbados, they stapled my 2 passports together, so I was traveling with them as one solid document. And I remember approaching the desk. Obviously I had my immigration cards filled out, had everything was in order. I went through first, got to the desk, and was speaking with the officer, the immigration officer, and in speaking with them, he told me about my passport having, I think, like 2 or 3 pages remaining, and I was like one page under the amount that you needed. I don't remember how many it was. So that was an issue, number one. And then the issue turned in then to him turning me over to his female counterpart or his female colleague. So upon approaching the immigration officer, she's like, I have to separate these. I said, no, you can't separate them because they're stapled together for a reason. She says, no, you don't need this in Bali. She tore them apart. After that, then she mentioned to me that the passport is torn. So I was like, what do you mean it's torn? She showed me there was a huge tear through like 6 or 7 pages, and by that point I had lost it already, because that meant that she tore my passport when she separated them, or she tore it intentionally. Before I left Timor-Leste, the travel agent, he was like, sir, you only have how many ever pages it was that I had. You need to renew your passport. I was like, yeah, cool, thank you. It wasn't an issue. And in front of me, this guy, he literally thumbed through every single page of both passports. There was no tears, there was nothing. All right, which means I left with my passports intact. Fast forward now to me leaving the counter, escorted by this immigration officer, to a room where there were like 3 or 4 other people who had passport issues and were basically in limbo as to whether they are going to get into Bali or not. And I just sat in line for like, well, it must have been an hour and a half, and it felt he was getting nowhere. You know what I mean? Like just sitting, people coming in, people coming out, like talking like officials, like just walking by. Like nobody seemed to even bother to care about who were sitting outside the room. So at one point I just like got flustered because I had Kelly and Amy. They were waiting for me on the other side, and obviously I can't keep them held up. So my plan initially was to tell them like, yo, whether I get into this country or not, go on, have a good time. I'm gonna go back to Singapore, you know? So after the hour and a half, I just had enough. I got up and I went into the room to see if I could get my situation addressed, because an hour and a half is a long damn time just sitting waiting, and there was no signs of anybody even trying to approach any of us outside. So when I got into the room, there was 2 guys, and one guy, he looked like he was, I guess, higher up. He had more badges. So I asked him like, yeah, I've been here for an hour and a half, like what's the process, what's the situation? He says, have a seat, have a seat, have a seat. And he did this, like brush me off, and I was like, all right, cool, no problem. But my thing was, they saw my face, and within 5 minutes my case was called up. Went into the room, and for me, I think it was Dr. Sebi or somebody, he said this basically: before you are a teacher, before you are a brother, before you're a sister, you're a black man, or a white man, or a purple man, whoever you are. But for me, in my case, I am a black man. You walk through life as that first. So sadly, that dictates the way how people deal with you, you know? So I went into the room with that mindset, got into the room. I explained the situation to him at the counter, how the officer separated the passports even though I told her not to, and he then switched it on me and was like, so are you saying that my employee, that she did this? I said, sir, don't try to put words in my mouth. Don't try to make it seem like this is what I said. I told you there's a possibility that when she separated it, that the passport got torn. And before you know it, I don't know, maybe he pressed a buzzer or something, but another officer came in. So it's me in there with these two guys going back and forward. And long and short of the story, he said, okay. He gave me the stamp, and I went through to have a great time in Bali. No, he didn't. So we just made it to Bali. We're trying to find our hotel right now. Honestly, it was like the longest 10 days of my life. Sorry, 8 days of my life, because immigration is the first impression that you get. Those are the people who make the first impression of the entire country. Sadly, that dictated the pace for the entire trip. For me personally, would I go back to Bali again? Probably not. I don't see it happening. Did I enjoy my time as much as I could while I was there? Kinda. It's a beautiful country, don't get me wrong. Like once we got out of the city area, it's really beautiful in the rice fields. Like I really enjoyed that part, but just left a real bad taste in my mouth as far as the country is concerned. And the thing about it is, after getting back to Singapore, when everything was all said and done, I am about to call the consulate of Barbados in China. Hello?
Hello, yes?
Hi, is this the Barbados Embassy in China, in Beijing?
Yes, yes.
Apply for a brand new passport in Barbados. Oh man. Thank you so much for your help. Either way, I need to contact the embassy, no, the I need to contact the immigration department in Barbados and get this shit sorted. So I then had the ridiculous task of trying to acquire a new passport while I was like X amount of thousands of miles away from home. So the whole process started with me sending out a bunch of emails to different Barbadian consulates and embassies within Asia. Thankfully, I got through the Barbadian representation in China, and they were extremely helpful. The lady I spoke to, she gave me the correct links, and in a matter of, I think, 2 or 3 weeks, and a ton of money later, I ended up with my brand new passport so that I can travel once again. So travel is great. Travel looks awesome. All these travel videos that you see myself putting out there and other creators putting out, yeah, that's one side of it, but just remember, with the good, there also comes the bad, you know? So travel. Travel and experience it all, because you think about travel and just life is that you leave with a story, and once you got that story, then you share it, you give your experiences to other people. Yeah, thanks again for watching. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button for more videos, and I will see you in the next one. Peace. So what's up guys, welcome to another vlog. That fly seeing a bug the shit out of me. That was actually funny.